Hey guys, thank you for watching another episode of SUBARU IMPREZA. As you can clearly tell, we're doing the brakes. In today's episode, we're going to change the front brakes of the car in order to have it ready for registration. Like I said before, we bought the car registered, but the registration is due, so in order to keep working on the car and be able to drive in and out and back and forth, we need to make sure that the car is actually registered. I took it quickly to my mechanic just to have a quick look and see what sort of things that it needs to pass the registration. One of the things that came out was basically the brakes, the front brakes. They're almost non-existent, so we need to change that. And we also need to look at the tail lights just to make sure that everything is sorted out with that. But before we get into that, I want to take a second to thank our sponsor for this video, actually for all the videos so far. It's me. Apparently my channel is not big enough to attract sponsorships, so thanks to me, I'm paying everything, I'm paying for everything. I bought the car, I bought the tools, and I'm buying the stuff over here. But that's not it. I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about you guys, my subscribers. Thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you for believing in me when sometimes I don't even believe in me. So, thank you. Let's get on with it. Alright, just to be clear, we jack up the car, we use those jack stands to ensure that nothing will go bad, okay? And we'll loosen up the bolts before we get it out. I'm using size 19, and once they're a bit loose, then basically we can just open up and remove all those knots so that we can remove it. And just like that. Now we leave all these bolts aside and get the wheel out, basically. Let me just put it aside. Now, make sure to keep the keys inside the car. That way you can easily remove, turn the steering wheel so that you have complete access to the brakes. There you go. This is the brake caliper. And what we need to do is basically we need to remove this piece. Removing it up, so we use a screw, just the screw to open this knot out, and once we do, we'll have access to the brakes. Let's get on. Okay, now I'm using size 14 to remove these bolts at the back, and once you do, you should be able to bam, remove this. This is the brakes. And what is this? Huh, interesting. There you go. These are your brake pads that you just need to replace. Let me just show you the new ones that I got, and we'll take it. These are the brake pads. They're identical. It doesn't have like left or right or anything. So practically all what you need to do is just remove the old ones, off with the old, in with the new. And that's it, pretty much. Let's get on with it. See? It's pretty straightforward and pretty easy. This is the old one. Look how empty. Look how it's gone. It's practically nothing. Absolutely nothing. My God. So we just need to replace it with the new one. Now it's easy. This is how you took it. This is how you need to put it. And that's it, pretty much. Interesting. This is old, and time to put the new. And that's it. That's how it is. All what you need to do now is just put the brake pad, the brake caliper back in, and you're good to go. That's it. And just like that, we've replaced the pads, and all what we need to do is just tighten up the bolts, and we're good to go, pretty much. There you go, that's number one. And this is number 2, and bam, it's good. Put the wheels back on and move on to the next wheel. I'm not going to bore you with the second wheel, it's pretty much the same concept, so I'll take you once everything is completed, okay? Next step in the must repair list, we need to look into the tail lights. I don't know if you can see it clearly, but if you look over here, that's a glass from a bulb, and this is the bulb. Yep, that's why basically our lights, they didn't work, because the bulbs were actually broken. So what we need to do, we need to get this one out, clean it up, and change the bulbs. If you look at the back, that's it. You've got 1 bolt, 2, 3, and 4. Well, officially there's supposed to be 5. I do believe there should be another one over here, but for some reason it's not there. Once you remove those 5, then you can just simply unplug the bulbs or the connection, and that should basically mean you can loosen this one up and get it all out. Let's move it out and see how that goes. All right. To remove the bolts, you just need to use one of those. I'm using size 8 to remove them. So once you move all the nuts over there and unplug, as you can clearly tell, this is the tail light wiring harness. All what you need to do is just basically pry it out, and that should basically get it all out. Let me just put you there for a bit while I'll get you guys a closer look as to what will happen. There you go, that's much better. So you just need to there you go. Tail light is out, as you can clearly tell. Now what we need to do, I don't know if you can clearly see it. There it is. Actually, let me just put it from the other way. There you go. You see, that's a broken bulb, and this is the glass over there. Okay, as you can clearly tell, we've cleared it up and all is clean. So now it's only a matter of putting it back. See, I used those holes to get all the broken glass out of it. We just need to put it back on and everything should be good. Now, since we've got the light out, might as well just tackle this issue. You can clearly see this dent, okay? Now this dent is right on the corner of the panel itself, which means basically you've got the metal from this side, metal from this side, metal from this side, and metal of course from the inside. And it is on a corner, or you see that corner? That makes this corner so hard to get fixed by simply pushing it from the inside with your like tip or finger or something. It can't. So what you need to do is you need to get a proper panel repair tool. You see, if you look at it, this is it. This is the dent. You can see literally it's bulging. I ended up buying this. It's the cheapest body tool on the internet. I don't know, it cost me like what, $10? $12 probably, plus shipping and everything. Aluminium cast, and you've got all these tips with the different shapes and everything, and you've got this mallet. So basically what you need to do, you see this round shape thing? This one you kind of need to put it on any curvy or roundy place from the inside, and you just hammer it from the other side like so, and basically this is how it pushes the dent out. I'm gonna put the camera over there, I'm gonna set it out, and I'll start working on it, and hopefully you'll be able to see how it's getting fixed up, okay? There you go. Now you've got direct access to the dent itself. What I'm going to do is using this tool from the inside and hammer it outwards. So in theory, if it works all good, then this dent should be pushed ahead. Let's see how that goes. Yeah, we're getting somewhere. It's not perfect, but it's getting out, and you can see those two dents that I just made. Let's keep at it. Much better. Still not perfect, nowhere near perfect. But what we're trying to do is get the dent out as much as we can. And then with just some putty or some mudding, and we get it sorted out and flush it all out into shape. I'll keep working on it and I'll show you the final product once I'm done, okay? Okay, it's not perfect, but it's almost there. Check, you can see the dents that I just made. These are basically protrusion out. So all what I need to do is just a slight small hammering and basically that'll go. See how it's all the metal that was caved in inside? It's all out. You can clearly see by the look of the paint and how the paint is cracking over here, because this is where it used to be inside and now it's outside. Okay? Now, a slight hammering on top, that will get it a bit more flat, and once this is done, some mudding and bam, it's flush and it's almost there. Look at it from the inside. Basically this is the area that we had to hammer. It's on the seal, so it shouldn't be that much of a problem. I can easily put new seal over there and that should sort out the problem. Perfect. Okay, that's the first body repair that I can't say that we fixed, but we're getting the hang of it. This tool is actually pretty good. For $12? Not bad, not bad. Now that we repaired whatever that we needed to repair to the best of our abilities, being rookie and whatnot, what we need to do now is put the the tail light back on. It's exactly the opposite as what we've done earlier, and bolt it back on, put the liner in, and put pretty much everything in so that we can work on that. Tail light installed back again. Let's test it out because we replaced all the bulbs inside. Let's see where we go. Work. Work. And work. So we got that sorted out. We're gonna move on to the next one, which is the trunk lid, finally. Next stop. We need to remove the trunk lid out because remember I told you guys these are the holes that I have an issue with. Now these are the standard holes from the factory, so it's not like somebody drilled them, but basically my spoiler does not fit there. So if I'm gonna put it over there, I'll end up with 3 holes that they just don't fit. I'm thinking to get it out, give it a good wash, and these holes we need to plug them in somehow. All right, let's go with that. Now to work on that, what you need is you need one of those impact guns. And which size is that? Size 12. Size 12, and you just put it there and that should be able to get the trunk lid all out. We can then wash it up and look at the possibilities on how to plug all those in and get it sorted out. Okay, now let's take it out. It's easy, just unbolt those 4 bolts and you'll be good to go pretty much. Okay, so as you can clearly tell, trunk lid has already been removed. I sorted out all the liners and the carpets and inside. See, everything is installed, even the clips on it, so it does look absolutely perfect. I mean, it does need cleaning, but at least we've got the tail light working and the trunk itself sorted out. Speaking of the trunk, there is the trunk. We washed it with a bit of a soap and pressure wash it. If you look at it from the inside, I don't know, it's not good. Oh, yep, there you go. I'll put it on the stand. Everything is clean, everything is perfect. Next episode, probably we're gonna tackle those holes because what happened is I still need it to dry and I don't have enough time for that. So I'll just wait until they dry completely so that we can actually use the thing that we are supposed to use. Well, let me just give you a sneak peek of what I'm using. I'm using this. I found it in the most trustworthy place on all earth. Facebook Marketplace. As you can clearly tell. And let me just wait. Yep, I can't understand a single word. I think it's an Asian. Whomever can watch and understand, can you explain to me what exactly is that? I according to the ad says basically this is a replacement for welding. It works perfectly on metal. So what happened is you can just combine those two products. I think it's going to be like the epoxy itself and the hardener. Once you do put them all together, see, I'm just going to put them to you so that you can actually see them. You've got product A and product B. You just paste them together, mix them up. There's a certain ratio. I don't know what that ratio is because God knows what's there, but I'll go with 1:1. Mix it up, and once you do, you can just simply put it over there. Now I'm not going to put it from the outside, I'm going to put it from the inside because I still can have access to it. See? So as long as I have access to it, I'm just going to apply it from the inside. So I'll just put, what do you call it, the masking tape over here and just apply it from the inside. That way, whatever it is, it's going to be basically hidden. Now, I don't know if this one is good or bad. The only way to find out is try it out. It says replacement for welding. So instead of welding, literally you can use that. And according to the commercial, which is so trustworthy and so convenient and so believable, once they applied it, they couldn't even remove the two metals from each other, and they tried even to drill it. It didn't even work. This is how tough this crap is. So anyways, next steps we're going to tackle that and see how that goes. Until next episode, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe until I see you next time. Okay? Yallah.